Hi, good afternoon. Corey Thorne, psychic medium, spiritual healer, and life coach, coming in to do the monthly channel message for July 2019. This message is for Gemini, and I just feel Gemini. I just want to slide in like you're sliding into first base. You've been running around running around that field for a while now, and you are tired. You just need to slide in. You're sliding in the home, and things are about to take a change. Please remember that this is a general reading. This is not a personal reading. To book a personal video phone session with me, please go to CoreyThorne.com, message me on Facebook, or you can also message me on Instagram at Corey_Thorne, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm about to take a week's holiday, so you may have to wait a week. This is July the 2nd, the day after Canada Day, the day after a number 1. And I feel like even though it's a second, you're not coming in second no more. You're putting yourself as a priority and your needs as a priority. And what do you need in this next phase of your life is what's coming up. And I feel like this may have come up before for you. This is not to replace any medical, psychological advice that you have been given. This is to be taken as a form of entertainment. If it resonates with you, then yay. And if it doesn't, then this month it's not for you. Please also remember, if you're cross-watching, there may always be a message in here for you as well. So take it as you need it. And this is not to replace your own free will. You always have your intuition, your own mind to use. This is a guidance. I'm picking up the sense of, as I said, you've been running around kind of those bases for a while, and finally you're getting the home run. Finally you're coming in, you're sliding into that base. Now you've got some dirt on your knees. Don't get me wrong, you're not coming in easily. It's going to be some bumpy roads getting in there, and you're gonna kind of have a little bit of probably mud on your face. Some mud on your face. It's okay. It's washable. It comes off. It's not permanent. It is temporary, and it doesn't matter if you have mud on your face. You've achieved what you want to achieve, or you are achieving what you want to achieve. Finally, you're making a decision that your personal happiness, and it may sound selfish, but you're making a choice that your personal happiness is most important. But also a sense that we're picking up some child energy, and it's not your inner child. It is the children that are around you. They're worth in a conversation and engaging in an intelligent conversation. And I feel like this might even be adult children, that your adult children have been waiting to hear a truth for a while. And they will listen attentively. They don't have to agree, but they are going to be accepting. I am picking up a masculine energy here. I'm picking up a grandfather, and he is telling me that you need to back off on the big dreams and live in your little dreams. Back off on the big dreams, go back to the simplicity and live in your little dreams. He just feels as if he's shown me a sense of that your cup has been full, you overextended yourself, you overspent, and you overlived. And it's time to bring yourself back to reality and get a kind of do a check-in with what's important to you, what has value, what doesn't, what your worth isn't. Your worth is not in all of the material stuff you have built around, but when you find your worth, your materials build back up. That's what I hear. And because it's a time to connect on a soul cellular level into the humbleness that you were actually originally raised in. And it's like you were originally raised in, I feel like you are the number 1 child, or you are the first child, and you act as if you're the diamond, and that you've been cut to achieve, or you're cut out to be the one who's always got to be proving something. You have nothing to prove. Go relax, lay back. If you were somebody who was looking at buying a new cottage or something, or a new home, and it's not working out, things are not panning out, the paperwork is not going as planned, the inspections are not passing, whatever it may be, it's like, chill out, wait till the full moon passes. There are some strong retrograde energy, and you are in the middle of the new moon energy that's happening right now on the 2nd, which is today. And we want to get past that. So wait until the 25th, 26th, somewhere around there, to make those changes. Family is important to you at all costs. It is important to remember your family values, and the fact that, but what that family looks like is different now than what family looked like 20 years ago. What home and what life brings you the most love. Make that happen. Live in that is very, very important for you. But also, what is your spirit telling you? What is that? Remember that little, I feel like some of you had that imaginary friend when you were little, and you just, it's like, what is that? What was that friend telling you back then? Was it telling you, hey, I'm here, you're not alone? And that's what I feel like you're being told, you're not alone right now. Remembering that every kid finds a coping way, and I feel like you had to have some coping, that you used some coping skills to get through some of your own insecurities, fears, or disabilities that were placed upon you and were not acceptable in the box school system. It's just feels like you're not in the box anymore. You're outside the box, so you can create whatever life you want, and it's yours to create. And this is my friend Kate Gong's deck of cards, which I absolutely love. And the card that I first pulled out was alignment, and when it's mind, body, spirit, which makes total sense because we're talking about bringing you, having you come in full alignment with yourself, and the moments of the divine intimacy, grace. Walking in grace is starting to see yourself as of perfection in the way you were created, the way God created you. Stop picking at yourself. Stop picking yourself apart and putting yourself down because of the past or because of how somebody else treated you, probably a dad or something or someone like that. But this is your life to now live, and you're going to live your life more for you and not for everyone else. There's your creativity. You're creating. What was your dream? What is the dream that you want to live? And what inspires you? What inspires you? What inspires you to live your most creative life? What is it that's coming to life for you? Is it your voice? Is it your wisdom? Is it the ability to work well with your hands? What is it? And whatever it is time to develop that further. Some of you are going for a leap of faith in a career change and a big life change. And don't give up your day job. That's what I'm hearing. Don't give up your day job yet. Not time to give up your day job. You give up your day job now, you're going to stress yourself out. You're not ready for that. And you haven't built up the money or the resources or the clientele, whatever it may be, to take this journey yet. Some of you may be going into a chain investment. So I just feel like going into partnership with somebody else or a partnership with 2 or 3 people. If you don't read the contracts and you don't make sure that your ass is covered and that your investments are protected, you're going to get a rude awakening when it all starts to kind of build money in the bank and somebody becomes greedy. That's pretty specific. So please be careful of doing that. Please stay focused on what your dream was and what inspired you to do more, to be more, and just stay focused on your path and the direction that you're taking, and that you're done going around in circles. You're over that. And then the card that comes out, which is the absolute, it's just like, makes me feel like you're getting validation that the life you're choosing is going to work out, and it is Merlin. And it's like, this is the Justice card. This is things are finally turning around for you. Some of you have been in some court cases or some government things, and it's finally working out in your favor. I see things turning around and money coming back to you, and just a balance of happiness. But this is where, remember, be humble from here on in. You have that connection to your breath, to that fire breath that's inside of us all, even though you're not a fire sign, but we all have that fire. And we're moving into Leo, which is fire, and Gemini and Leo, they can clash, they can have big egos, but they can also really work Work well together is what I'm being told. Whether or not that shows up in zodiacs, I don't know, but that's the way I'm feeling. It's that you can work well together. You've just got this strong sense of being grounded and planted, but also being inspired. So you can be inspired, you get great guidance, and you connect very well with an Aries, with a Leo, those type of signs. Be careful. You can very much love up your water signs, and we are, like I said, in the new moon. This is Cancer right now, very much, but this is emotional. So the water signs brings you to the other side of you, not the grounded practical, but into the emotional side of you, and having to kindly finally deal with what emotionally kept you suppressed and held back, and why you didn't take care of your emotions years ago, or why you try to control. And so you're being kind of forced, without even knowing, forced into your emotional self, and just kind of keep in check all sides of you. This is about balance. You want your feminine, you want your masculine, and you're not here to be all masculine, you're not here to be all feminine, you're here to have that balance of both. And when it's needed, to use one or the other, but not allowing somebody else to make your decisions for you. It is yours to make, because if you don't make it yourself, you will be swimming backwards, or you will be kicked out of the game. One of the two. So it's like you're sliding into a new way of looking at things, a new perspective, clearing up. There's some justice coming in, either court cases, government stuff, whatever it may be. But it's like you don't want to go back to the old. Remember to stay humble, checked in, and true to yourself. Much love to you all. Have a wonderful July, and I will see you in August.